Hey guys, it's Deepak here from Pearl Lemon Leads. I wanted to quickly give you an insight into how we build ultimately LinkedIn outreach campaigns, as well as going through some of the optimization components of what we do. So in this instance, we're working with an investment management company who are interested in ultimately generating more leads. They came to us because PPC is not driving the same really ultimately cost per client or cost per conversion that it used to. Spend is increasing, quality of leads is decreasing, and they're looking for an alternative. So what we're doing in this instance is working on the channel of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is becoming huge socially, it's becoming huge from kind of a business aspect, and more people are getting active and alive on it every day. And also the beauty of LinkedIn is that you get a greater sense of kind of inbox delivery, if you will, because you can of course see the person at the other end of the actual response. If you send out a response, you know who it is you're talking to, you know a bit of background information, and you get a much greater sense and therefore ability to actually close that person over the phone on an investment deal, or indeed anything else that you're looking to actually work on or with. So what we'll do is initially we'll build actual profiles using our own IPs, especially set up in your country of origin, or a country of origin for that actual freelancer, or rather person on LinkedIn that's going to sit within your company. So it seems from the potential prospects perspective that if you're in Denmark, then this is Frederick or Anna from Denmark, and it's set up and maintained really for longevity to that extent. We'll also then begin to delve into building, using LinkedIn Sales Navigator, keyword ultimately lookups, using different elements of LinkedIn Boolean search, as well as looking at some of these components to have a look at how big is the actual geography and footprint of these people online. We also build some of this into email campaigns, by the way. If you're looking at email as a means to generating leads, this is an insight into how and why we are so effective at generating leads. And this is what we'll do. As you can see, we've got Anne, we've got Jessica, and I'll just give you a quick look at Jessica's account in this case. And as you can see, Jessica is a property consultant. This is a profile that we built especially with outreach in mind. You can see the optimizations that we've done on here, and then we'll work with Jessica in this instance to then start targeting particular industries. This is all manually done, and we'll build and send out, as you can see, heavy levels of actual campaigns. So these are scripts that we're in the process of writing and building to really ensure that we can get the delivery that we're looking for with this client. So this is these are all of the kind of steps that we'll look at and we'll go through, and we'll split test some of the copy that we build, and we'll work at building copy that's really positioned as someone who's got, for example, in the case of Anne, a dentist background, because we're going after dentists, for example, because they tend to have higher levels of disposable income that they could then put into investments, but they don't have necessarily the time to go out and do their own searching and due diligence, which is where a service like this makes sense. So that's an example of how we'll build out campaigns on LinkedIn to drive heavy returns. And this is an insight, a snapshot into how we build out some of the actual lists in terms of who we target and why we target them and how we target them, and then how we build profiles correspondingly, and then how we run a very heavy level of testing to find out and determine in the course of the first couple of weeks which could potentially be the campaign winners.